And the magic at my gym class began. From my book, Energies in My Body, The Greatest Blessings of My Life. As I said before, related to the first type of class I ever attended at a gym, at 43 years of age, by the way, I was getting more comfortable with the whole process, but I still felt that even though I was getting pretty good at it, there was something missing. But I couldn't really tell what was missing. And the Instantaneous Clarity came a few days after a different instructor started to take over most of the classes at the time of day that I could attend the gym. The types of movements and the variety of the dances and the steps were simply impressive. One had to really pay attention to be able to follow. So I started to try not to miss even a second of what the instructor was doing. I guess I was doing that out of the obsession of being a perfectionist. But I felt stiff and constricted. Something was not quite right. And again, I could sense it, but I could not pinpoint exactly what it was. Until one magical day when I realized that that day and a few days prior to that one, I was flowing. Flowing, truly flowing. Flowing to the point that I didn't really know what I was doing. Flowing to the point that I did not remember what was happening. And I thought, I better pay attention or I'm going to be lost. And the minute I started to truly pay attention, and trying to count every step the teacher was doing and to copy every movement and so forth and so on, I instantly felt that my body was not flowing as much, that I became somewhat stiff and constricted again. And my movements and steps were being as perfect as the teachers, but I was not feeling that inner flow, that magical flow that brings beauty to everything we do. And I was very intrigued by this. And I started to think about the few days prior to that, those days that I had felt those flashes of magical flowing. I had felt them, but I had not realized at the moment. And again, when I started to use my 5 senses a little too much, either some step went wrong, or I missed a turn, or I paid too much attention, most of the times in a critical way, to how my body was moving. I was just not flowing as in those few times when I had lived and felt those flashes of magical flowing. And I remember everything coming to a point when I said, or thought to myself, you know what? Who cares? I'm just going to disconnect myself and just flow with it. And one day, several days after that, I had a very deep experience.